Hey, what's up you guys, it's me Luke and welcome back to another video, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I post commentary and critique videos on basically anything on the internet that interests me. So basically stuff from pop culture to internet culture to TV show reviews, movie reviews, music reviews, weird stuff that I see on the internet. Basically, I just love giving my opinion and talking about literally anything that interests me. So if any of that interests you, then be sure to go ahead and subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that you never miss another upload from me. Alrighty guys, I'm sorry that I've been absent recently. I have had to spend a few weeks in the hospital for some mental health reasons. I am fine, don't worry about me, but I thought I would just let you guys know and give you that respect. But there's no need to worry, I'm all good in the hood, and some stuff has changed in my private life that you may have noticed, and I would just ask that you please respect that and not comment on it or DM me about it on Instagram, because people come and go out of people's lives and things change, and I know that I brought you guys into it, but it is still a touchy subject for me. But anyway, beyond that, let's get into today's video, because today's video is going to be really fun. We're going to be doing an unpopular opinions video. I haven't done one of these in ages, and it's one of my favorite videos to do. This time I decided to exclusively get questions from Instagram, because I'm really trying to get more of you guys over to my Instagram, because not a lot of you are there, and I have so much fun on Instagram. I'm like literally always posting there. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do so. It's just at the Luke Alexander. I post so many pictures over there that I spend a lot of time and effort into curating. Who am I kidding? They're just, you know, glorified selfies. But I also post on my story there a lot, and that is the only place where I check my DMs. I'm sorry, I can't keep up to date with all the other social medias. And if I don't respond to your DM, that doesn't mean that I haven't read it. It's just because I get a lot of them. Okay, cool. Oh, something else. I'm on Cameo now. So if you want to book me on Cameo, it's just $5 US, and you can book me on Cameo for a shout out, for advice, for a question, for a happy birthday, for whatever. You can send me a video of you, and then I will send you a video of me back. It's like we're like having a mini Zoom call. So my username on there is also at the Luke Alexander, and that is linked down below. Anyway guys, without further ado, let's get into these unpopular opinions, because I'm about to dive in to these naughty things that y'all had to say. Okay, so the first one is, if elders don't respect you, you don't owe them any respect in return. I definitely agree. At a certain point, I think you should respect your elders if you're like younger than the age of like 25. But if they disrespect you, then yeah, why should you owe respect to somebody who doesn't respect you? Treat people how you want to be treated. It's like that good old saying, you know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I did not do well with authority. I do not like being told what to do. If a teacher did not respect me, I did not respect them back. Okay, next one is Lana Del Rey is becoming problematic. Look, maybe she is, maybe she isn't. The thing is, I choose to not participate in the problematica of Miss Lana Del Rey because I love her music too much. So basically, certain people, I don't know if you guys know who I'm mentioning, are super problematic, but I love their content. And it's difficult for me, because certain people, like the person who wrote these books behind me, are really problematic, but their content or their art, their music, their book, whatever, means a lot to me and has meant a lot to me since before they were problematic. So why should I stop listening to it just because they're problematic? So like, for example, Lana Del Rey's music, I've been listening to for a long time, and I love her music, and I will continue listening to her music. Just because I listen to her music does not mean that I'm supporting any of the things that she says. Also, I do believe that a lot of the stuff that she says gets misconstrued, and I know technically I am supporting her by listening to her music on Spotify because of the streams, and I know technically I'm being a bit of a hypocrite because of the videos that I've made in the past, but guys, I'm a flawed human being. I'm allowed to have some problematic faves. Can I have some? Please. I watch Trisha Paytas sometimes, and like, I think Wendy Williams is funny, even though she is such a goddamn beep. Sorry, this video is sponsored later on, so I'm trying not to swear. Next one is Taylor Swift is overrated as a singer, but underrated as a songwriter. Okay, two parts. I don't think she's overrated as a singer. By the way, Taylor Swift is like becoming my favorite singer. She's not the best singer. She's not the best vocalist by any means, but I don't think she claims to be. She is a really good singer. She is really talented, and she has good range, but she's not like Ariana Grande, whose voice is just out of this world and can do everything. But that's the thing, is a good singer is somebody who has a range. It's just that Ariana Grande, for some reason, can just go all over into different ranges. But Taylor Swift, in her range, is a good singer. Also, what a lot of people don't realize is as people age, their voice changes. Taylor Swift has been making music for over a decade, so of course her voice is going to change and mature and age. The same thing happened to Beyonce and Rihanna. Look it up, it's a thing, okay? People compare her to Ariana Grande, and I'm like, there's no comparison, because Ariana has had a shorter career and her voice is still younger than Taylor. Anyway, I'm the one creating the comparison, not you, so I don't know why I even brought that up. But what I was trying to say is, I don't think she's an overrated singer, but I do think she's an underrated songwriter. Her music is actual poetry, go over to the Chats and Reacts channel by Bonnie and Emily, who are friends of mine, and they break down her albums and they break down the poetry. I will link them down below. They're not asking me to do this, but check out their YouTube channel because her music is poetry. Listen to Taylor Swift, okay? So next up is everyone pretends to be okay with hookup culture, but they're not. I thought this was really interesting because I definitely agree. I'm actually in a relationship now. The cat is out of the bag, but please respect my privacy as I am going to keep my relationship private. Like I'll probably post, you know, pictures of my boyfriend here and there, but I won't post his face and I won't say what his name is or give his app because I just want to keep my relationship private because we've seen what happens when people make their relationships public on the internet. But before I was in a relationship, I was participating in a bit of hookup culture, you know, getting my little booty tapped, getting my I don't want to say little, getting my schlong schnapped. I don't know if I should be saying that, but you guys get the point. Like I was participating in hookup culture and I don't even think I was enjoying it. I just felt like I was doing it because society told me like, that's what you do when you're single. I dated a few people this year and I wasn't in relationships with them, but I still had breakups. And like, you know what they say? They say the best thing to do to get over somebody is to get under somebody. So I went through a breakup with somebody. We weren't in a relationship, but I was seeing them. And as soon as we broke up, I invited someone over and had, you know, intercourse with them, and I just felt like an object. So I think society makes us more okay with hookup culture than we actually are, and I think we need to look internally and decide how we feel about it and not listen to what the media tells us, because at the end of the day, I've come to realize this: your body is a temple and it's sacred. That doesn't mean you have to be a virgin and wait till marriage, and that doesn't mean that you can't sleep with a different person every single day. It just means treat your body the way you want to treat it, not the way society tells you to treat it. If you want to sleep with somebody every single day because you want to do it, that's perfectly fine. If you don't want to sleep with somebody until you get married because you want to, that's perfectly fine. Just stop letting society influence what you do with your body. I didn't mean to pop off like that, but I really just did. Anyway, next one is, oh, this is so petty. Charlie is overrated and has no reason to be famous and people let her get away with everything. Leave her alone. She's a 16-year-old girl. Yes, she's famous, but she's a pretty white girl who can dance and she's skinny. It doesn't take much to get famous on TikTok, so let the girl do her thing. Could have happened to anyone, and she was just the person that the algorithm chose to cling on to. Like, she's a good dancer, don't get me wrong, but like, she's not that talented. But like, you know, she's a 16-year-old girl. She's gonna make mistakes. Okay, next up is non-binary is not a real thing, and people slap that label on when they are just androgynous because they want. Look, here's the thing. I can't speak on this topic because I don't identify as non-binary, but I definitely could because I've read the definitions of non-binary and I could be like, oh, okay, like that's me, I guess. But like, no, that's not me because I identify as male. I just am very in touch with my feminine and masculine side. So if you want to call me androgynous, go ahead and do so. But if people want to call themselves non-binary, who am I to tell them not to? See, this is the thing. I personally don't like labels. Like, I don't even like telling you guys that I'm bisexual. The only reason I tell it is because so many people kept asking. If I had it my way, I would just be floating in the wind. The sex that I was born with is not up to me. RuPaul said it best. We were all born naked and the rest is drag.
We're all in these kind of body suits, and you come up with these definitions and these ideas about who you really are, but we all are spiritual beings having a human experience.
Yeah, I was a young kid and I thought, is everybody getting that this is all kind of an illusion?
So you were born naked, however, with whatever was between your legs, and it's your decision what you want to do with that. You know what I mean? Because what is between your legs does not dictate who you are, how you dress, what your gender is. So just because I have a pee-pee doesn't mean that I can't wear makeup and I can't wear this, but it also doesn't mean that I have to call myself non-binary just because I want to wear makeup. Does that make sense? But also, if you want to call yourself non-binary, that's perfectly fine too. Basically, literally, who cares? But you know what you guys should care about? Your internet privacy. So today's video is proudly sponsored by ExpressVPN. So obviously it's 2020, and with the state of the world and just in general, we're spending a lot more time online, a lot more shopping online, or just doing other general important stuff online. But therefore, you are putting your important information online, like your credit card information, your passwords, your personal details, security codes, all of that type of important information. And all of that is vulnerable to hackers, people who want to steal your stuff. Are you okay with that? Well, you shouldn't be. And you don't have to be, because ExpressVPN is here to protect you. So basically, ExpressVPN gives you the peace of mind to browse and shop online without people sneaking in and seeing what you're doing and getting all your important stuff, because they encrypt your data and hide your IP address. So basically, an easy way to think of it is ExpressVPN is like a secure tunnel between your devices and the internet. And something else about the whole IP address thing is you can actually go ahead and change your IP address to a different country. So say, for example, you want to watch something on Netflix that isn't in your country. Just click of a button and boom, you're in Canada. Boom, you're in America. Boom, you're in Australia. You can't travel the world because of the pandemic, but you can travel the world using ExpressVPN to watch more content. And this also goes on to other things like YouTube or music. Like, a lot of stuff is blocked in certain countries, but if you change your IP address with ExpressVPN, then boom, you can unlock so much. So I've actually been using ExpressVPN now for over a year, and they're one of the top rated VPN services on the market for a reason, because they are so good and so affordable. And you can actually go ahead and get it now by just clicking the link in my description or going to expressvpn.com/LukeAlexander, and you can go ahead and score yourself 3 months free of a 1-year package. So really, there's no reason you shouldn't try it. Thank you so much to ExpressVPN for keeping our internet privacy safe, and let's get back into it, because I'm about to dive right back in to your unpopular opinions. Let's get it. Alrighty, the next unpopular opinion is some of Gabby Hannah's music is half decent. Some TikToks about her are just mean, but some are justified. Look, I don't necessarily think bullying is ever justified. Holding somebody accountable is justified, but I think that people did take the Gabby Hannah meme a little bit too far, but at the end of the day, she is a grown woman, so hopefully she can handle it better than if this was happening to a teenager. But then again, I don't want to be ageist, because her mental health is still important. And I was like talking about how I was concerned about her on Twitter, and people were like being like, oh, why she's a bad person, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it doesn't matter really. It does matter what she's done, but like, Gabby Hannah is not the worst person online. And I just think that people jump on the hate train with her like they did with James Charles. Listen, some of Gabby Hannah's music isn't the best, but some of it is okay. I think the problem with Gabby Hannah is she's a massive YouTuber, so she wants to be a musician, but people are always going to think of her as the YouTuber who makes music. That's why I don't necessarily want to have like 1 million subscribers, knock on wood, because like, I mean, I wouldn't mind if that happened, but I don't ever want to be known as the YouTuber who tried to be an actor. I always want to be known as the actor who just happens to do YouTube. Do you guys know what I'm saying? So like, honestly, people need to leave Gabby Hannah alone. She's not that bad, come on. And some of her music is kind of good. Like, some of it, like, honestly was a bop. And Say What You Mean. Say what you mean out loud. Okay, Monster was a little bit of a, that was rough. Medicate was good. Her most recent song, honestly, was very underwhelming, but some of her stuff is good, you know what I'm saying? James Charles, on the other hand, if you're watching this, you are lovely. I love your content, you're so funny, but like, let's stick to the YouTube videos, okay? I'm kidding, make music if you want, do whatever you want, guys. Next one is the body positivity community has a lot of problems. Yeah, that's definitely true. I've seen some stuff online of like body positive people like eating a giant pizza and then being significantly overweight. I'm not saying you can't eat pizza, but like I don't think we need to promote like overeating, you know what I'm saying? But the same thing with undereating. I hate seeing this stuff, especially on TikTok, of like what I eat nowadays. Can social media platforms please ban what I eat nowadays, because they are really, really triggering. I don't want to know what you had for breakfast. I don't want to know what you had for dinner. I don't want to know how many calories you had. I don't want to know the exact number of weight that you lost. And people are like, oh yeah, but like it's the internet, blah, 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 police yourself. Like, no, like there's triggering content everywhere and it's annoying. Whew, I'm sorry. Like, I recently got triggered at the hospital because they had to weigh me, and like I weighed a lot less than I thought I did, but that was still a triggering experience for me. Sorry, I get passionate. I'm a passionate person. What can I say? I'm an Aquarius, just like Paris Hilton. I love how I just spoke about being an Aquarius and then something else comes up. It says Aquarius and Scorpios are one of the best matches friends-wise if they can respect boundaries. See, this is interesting because technically Aquarius and Scorpios are not supposed to really get along because it's like an air sign and a fire sign. And also Scorpios are just, you know, Scorpios. So I'm an Aquarius and my older sister is a Scorpio. Growing up, we did not really get along at all, but I think it's because we had to grow into ourselves. And now my sister, ever since, you know, she had a child really young, she's 22, turning 23 on the 30th of October. Happy birthday, Savannah. Shout out to you. I know she watches my videos. Unlike you, Bella. my younger sister, but it's okay, she's busy. Like, she had a child at 20 and she had to grow up and mature really quickly. So she is a Scorpio, but she's not like the typical Scorpio, because I dated a Scorpio a few months back, and that man, whew, he was so freaking annoying. I thought we would get along since Savannah's a Scorpio, but like absolutely not. So like me and my sister get along so well, even though we technically shouldn't, and it's because we respect each other's boundaries. So you hit the nail on the head. Next one is Lorde's song Royals was the song of the decade because it was making fun of the rich and famous. Yeah, I love Royals. Royals will always be one of those songs that you can play and I will not get sick of. You could just play it over and over again, because like, you know, when a song gets overplayed, it gets annoying. But Royals just like, so Lorde is just so ahead of her time. But we don't speak about Lorde in this household because she is slowly, like, I have a list of my favorite artists and she keeps going down because where's the album, sis? Where's the album? I know your dog died. I'm sorry. I know you went through a breakup. I'm sorry. But where's the album? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's just leave it at that. This person had a lot of interesting things to say. They said, normalize taking out a wedgie in public. Okay. Normalize rearranging your boy bits in public. Interesting. And let's normalize picking your nose in public. Okay, so picking out a wedgie in public, yeah, you can do it subtly. Rearranging your boy bits, do it subtly. Picking your nose in public, I don't know how you're gonna do that subtly. If you wanna pick your nose in public, fine, do it. But I don't think we should normalize it, because that's nasty. Because where are you gonna put the booger? Where are you gonna put it? Huh? You're gonna stick it under the chair? I know you're gonna stick it under the chair. And that's disgusting. Moving on. Cardi B is a rapper, not an artist like Nicki Minaj. Thank you. I couldn't have said it better myself. Cardi B is a rapper. She can spit, but she doesn't spit her own words. Nicki Minaj is an amazing rapper with an amazing flow, but she is an artist. Her pen is so important to her. She is a poet. You know, Taylor Swift is a poet, Nicki Minaj is a poet in completely different ways. And we need to respect artists that write their own lyrics because it's become a rarity. So Cardi B, you can do your thing, you can rap, you can spit, but I unfortunately don't really have a lot of respect for rappers who don't write their own lyrics. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, normalize bullying bigots. Okay, I disagree with this because if you bully them, then they're not gonna listen to you and then they're gonna become more bigoted. So like, what you need to do is try and educate them. And it's exhausting. We don't constantly need to educate bigots. Honestly, just ignore them. Ignore the bigot. Either educate, and if it becomes too exhausting, then ignore them. Because if you bully them, then they're just gonna have more of a reason to be a bigot. Next one is Taylor Swift is such a good artist, but kind of overrated at the moment. Her music just isn't interesting. I'm sorry. Not sure if you've heard of this new album that came out called Folklore. It is literally a work of art, not a single skip on the album. The lyrics, the poetry, just sit down for an hour, lay in your bed, put your phone under your pillow and listen to Folklore and listen to the lyrics. Because that's the thing about Taylor Swift's music, is it's so easy to brush off. I brushed it off for years, but the lyrics, guys, the lyrics, it sends chills down my body just speaking about it because she is such a lyrical genius. Emily and Bonnie, you guys have rubbed off on me so much. Taylor Swift is losing her steam. You know what? I don't think Taylor Swift is losing her steam. I just think Taylor Swift is tired of having to reinvent herself to stay relevant. She won Pop Artist of the Decade. She has done her bit. Let her just make whatever music she wants. Let the woman breathe. Let her breathe. She's been making music for over a decade. She has 8 albums. Let her breathe. Let her do whatever she wants. For Pete's sake, she doesn't owe us anything. She has given us so much. Let the woman breathe. Anyway, sorry, not unpopular opinion, but do you like Wendy Williams? Unfortunately, I do. And I say unfortunately because Wendy Williams is such a mean woman, but that woman is hilarious and she is the perfect caricature. I always struggle with that word. Caricature of a meme. She's a walking meme. Alrighty guys, I'm so sorry if the audio has changed, but my mic was literally not working before, so I had to use the mic on top of my camera instead of this one. I'm so sorry. I wish I could re-record it, but then that would be really fake, and I am an honest bitch. So yeah, but that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below any of your thoughts. Comment down below what you think about my unpopular opinions. If you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that you never miss another upload from me. Please, please, please go ahead and follow me on my Instagram. It's just at @TheLukeAlexander. If you have not already followed me, I post a lot over there, a lot on my story, a lot of posts. That's where I check my DMs. I don't always reply to the DMs, but I do read them. I don't check my DMs anywhere else. So please follow me on Instagram. And if you want to see see some of my really weird, funny tweets, then go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Luke the Lunatic. It's all linked down below, as well as my second channel, which I'll be posting on soon, as well as my merch, and as well as the link to ExpressVPN. If you guys would like to try it out for yourself and get 3 months free of a 1-year membership, then go ahead and click the link in my description, or just go to expressvpn.com/Luke Alexander. Alrighty guys, that's it for me in this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun filming it. I really missed filming. So yeah, that's it for me in this video. I'll catch you in my next one. I appreciate you all so much, and thank you so much for sticking with me through like this weird uploading schedule. I promise when, oh, it's raining. Okay, well, thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Love you lots. I'll see you in my next video. And as always, I hope that you have a great day or night wherever you're in the world. Bye.